The madness continues! Round 2. Welcome back, Goblins and Goblinettes, to another very special edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin here. Again, this is my series on my Food Madness tournament. This is round 2. So if you came back for this video, especially after that really long video that we had in the first round, then obviously you at least found something interesting about this. So we're going to do second round here. And then we will take it in the next 2 videos. We'll do the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. And then in the final video, we'll do the Final 4. And then, of course, our championship. And we'll see what we get as a winner from all of that. Now, again, if you are new to my YouTube channel, if you want to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, that will ensure that you will never miss a video when I release one. If you would like to comment on this video and share this video, that would be very much appreciated. And more than anything, if you would like to hit that like button, give me the big thumbs up on this. That will help more people see this video, and that is how we will grow this YouTube channel overall. Now, if you would like to reach me for any reason, you can do so through my email. That is destinedgoblin@yahoo.com. I will do my best to respond to each and every one of those emails that you send me, and I will definitely take every suggestion that you make to heart. Okay, so we are continuing on with our Food Madness tournament. Again, this is, we're in March. This is the time of year when everybody starts thinking about brackets, filling out those brackets. Everybody's watching the basketball tournament. Everybody wants to participate in some way. And I started thinking about how could I tie all of that in with food. And that is where I came up with this idea, put 64 of my favorite foods into this tournament, and slowly, little by little, we'll keep whittling them down and see who we get as a winner. Now, again, just quickly, the criteria that I used, the top thing that we have to worry about right now is how do we judge who wins a particular matchup? And for that criteria, I'm using one and really only one question, and that is if I was faced with these 2 items and I was told that I could never again in my entire life have one of these items, which one would I be okay letting go of, and which one could I definitely not live without? So that is where we are. We are in the second round, and we'll go ahead and pick back up with Region 1. And this time we'll start with our number 1 seed overall again, and now we have burgers versus chips. This is a difficult matchup here because 2 of my favorites right there. You've got probably my favorite overall meal and probably my favorite overall snack. So really 2 heavyweights right there. Even though chips didn't make it into the top 8, they're definitely one of my favorite types of snacks. So we're talking about which one could I live without? Which one could I do without? Could I never have a burger again in my life? Could I never have a potato chip or a tortilla chip or anything like that again? I would probably, this is a really close one, and this is definitely going to be one of our overtime matchups here, but I would say that I would probably be okay letting go of the chips rather than the burgers. I would be extremely sad if I could never have another burger in my entire life. So I'm going to say that burgers gets the nod on this one and moves on to our next round. Okay, let's jump down to the bottom. Not sure if you can exactly see it or not, but our matchup here is mushrooms versus cookies. This is a big one too because I absolutely love mushrooms. I mentioned last time that I do have the gene. I did one of those genetic tests and I found out that I have the gene that makes me prefer savory treats over sweet treats. So mushrooms, I love mushrooms. I love them sauteed, grilled, lots of different ways you can prepare mushrooms. I also love cookies. Cookies are probably one of my favorite types of desserts. Chocolate chip cookies are my absolute favorites. So if it comes down to it, which one would I be okay eliminating, mushrooms or cookies? That's another really difficult choice. These are going to get harder and harder as we go along here. But I think in this case, I'm going to go with the cookies. I think overall cookies is a more kind of well-rounded snack. There's more options there available. We're going to say cookies will win this one. Okay, back up to the top, we have tomato juice and pierogies. Again, I am Polish. I've eaten a lot of pierogies in my life. I do love pierogies. Tomato juice is my favorite drink. I actually drink tomato juice every day of my life. I could not let tomato juice go over pierogies, so we're going to say that tomato juice will be the winner on this one. Okay, and then finally, our number 2 seed here, nachos versus soup. I love soup. I love all different kinds of soup. I love nachos as well, especially if you put that melty cheese all over it, throw some jalapenos on there. Lots of different things you can do with that. You can put some ground meat on there. You can put different toppings, shredded chicken, shredded pork, lots of different stuff that you could put on those nachos. Nachos versus soup, nachos will win there. Okay, let's head over to Region 2. All right, so up at the top, we've got another one of our strong number ones, pizza versus shellfish. Shellfish, I mentioned it before. I really love it. I love all different types of shellfish, crab, lobster, shrimp. But pizza, that's a hard one to let go of, especially if you're talking about any kind of pizza. All the different chains, homemade pizza. I had the opportunity to go to Italy and really have some outstanding pizza there. Pizza wins this one. In a close one, but pizza wins. Down to the bottom, candy versus fruit. Again, this is really all types of candy except for chocolate. Candy versus all types of fruit. Which would I be sadder to see go? I would be sadder to see fruit go overall. I like candy, but overall I would probably prefer a piece of fruit rather than a piece of candy as a snack. So we'll stick with the fruit on this one. We'll say fruit is the winner. Okay, back up to the top, pie versus donuts. 2 very good desserts right there. Pie, all different kinds of pies, of course. All different types of donuts, of course. French silk, chocolate silk, that's my favorite kind of pie. And then I love those filled donuts as well. You can get that chocolate filling in those. This is a tough one. Lots of different types of pies, lots of different types of donuts. I think we'll give the nod to donuts on this one. This is a close one, but I would say donuts would win this battle. Okay, and then down to our number 2 seed here, we have chili versus chicken. Obviously, chicken is very versatile. Lots of different things you can do with chicken. You can even make chili out of chicken. However, overall, I would say that I would go with the chili. I love chili, and if you offer me a bowl of chili or a chicken sandwich, or you offer me a bowl of chili or chicken, a breaded chicken breast, something like that, I'm probably going to go with the chili, so chili will get the win. Okay, so half of our Sweet 16 is set, so now we'll go over to Region 3. Okay, so here we'll start off with hot dogs versus pickles. That is an interesting one. Now, which one could I do without? I absolutely love hot dogs. I absolutely love pickles, as we know. Hot dogs, yeah, that's actually a number 1 seed, and it's a very strong number 1 seed. I love hot dogs. Pickles, obviously, you can put pickles on a lot of different things. And I love all of the pickle-flavored products, as we've seen. Different pickle-flavored snacks. I even love pickle juice. This might be our biggest upset right here because pickles will win this battle over hot dogs. So there's our first upset of a number 1. There's always some upsets in the tournament, and there's our first really big one. Down to the bottom, olives versus deli meat. That's another tough one. Again, I mentioned last time that I love to make Bloody Marys. That's my favorite adult beverage, and I like to put olives in my Bloody Marys. I also love deli meat, and lots of different kinds of deli meat, and I think I would be okay with letting olives go in this one, so deli meat is the winner here. Okay, this is an interesting battle here. PB&J versus fish. So if I were in the mood for a meal, a snack, whatever, do I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Or do I want a piece of fish? Really very opposite things there. But peanut butter and jelly sandwich or the general broad category of fish. Lots of different type of fish. And again, here I think it's my savory sense winning out over my sweet tooth. So fish gets the win on that one. And then finally in this bracket, we have subs versus coffee. This is a tough one. This is a very difficult match, and this is going to be an overtime thriller right here. Because, again, subs, like I said, sandwiches in general are probably my favorite type of food. You know, burgers, obviously that's the type of sandwich. There's an argument that can be made as far as our hot dogs and tacos sandwiches. They kind of are. And then subs, of course, I absolutely love subs as well. So here we're looking at another number 2 here, and the coffee, that's the biggest problem right there, because coffee didn't have those a complex list of ingredients to it. Really, it's just coffee beans brewed with some water there. So because of that, and using that criteria that we had where if it only had one component to it, it couldn't be higher than an 8 or couldn't be higher than a 9 seed in these brackets. So because of that, coffee fell into this bottom, but it really could have been higher. It could have been a much stronger seed. Coffee versus subs, it would be a much more difficult time for me to let coffee go, to never have another cup of coffee again, or to not ever have a sub again. If I had to, I could probably get away with that. Coffee's going to get the win. Okay, and then our final region, region 4. Okay, so we start up at the top, tacos versus gyros. That's a good battle right there. I absolutely love gyros. I really love tacos, and I love tacos a little bit more. So as hard of a hard-fought battle as this one would be, tacos wins, and wins by a fair margin. Okay, down to the bottom, duck versus pasta. I mentioned before, I've had duck prepared several different ways. I've had many really good duck meals. Pasta is a very broad category, and give me a good spaghetti meal, especially Mrs. Goblin's spaghetti. Mrs. Goblin makes her own spaghetti sauce, and she does a fantastic job with that homemade spaghetti sauce. Pasta will win out over duck. Okay, back up to the top, grilled cheese versus bacon. Ooh, that's a tough one. Grilled cheese is a very good sandwich, and it's almost a gourmet type of sandwich. All the different things that you can do with the grilled cheese, different ways that you can kind of prepare it, different cheeses that you can use. And then there's bacon. And again, bacon is kind of like coffee. It's in that same category where it could have been a much higher seed. I think we're going to have to go with bacon on this one. I think bacon's going to win out in a lot of these battles. So yeah, we'll give it to bacon. And then finally, we get sushi versus turkey. I mentioned last time about turkey, Thanksgiving, all the images that brings up, all the memories that brings up. But then you're talking about sushi. So many different kinds of sushi. I absolutely love sushi, especially if it's really prepared with a little bit of love behind it, really made well. Sushi beats turkey. Okay, so there we go. Our Sweet 16 is set. And as I said, this is completely subjective, and you guys will either think this is a fantastic idea and you'll find this really interesting, or you're going to absolutely hate this, and it's going to be the worst series of videos that I have ever done. So we'll see what happens with it. But come back next time around. We will do the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 and push it into that final video. So stick with me if you can, and I will see you next time around.